So, you want to be a real estate investor, but where do you start? How do you know what information and sources to trust? That's where I come in. I'm Jonny Cattani, and this is the Investor Relations Real Estate Podcast. Hey guys, real quick, before we start, go to investwithcattani.com and download my free ebook, Is Commercial Real Estate Recession Proof? Now to today's show. What's up, guys? Happy Friday. Welcome to another episode of Friday Follow-Up here on the Investor Relations Real Estate Podcast. I'm your host, Jonny Cattani. I hope everyone had a wonderful week. By the time you listen to this, I will be on an airplane to Cancun. So big plans for the next 4 days for me, going down to celebrate a friend's 30th birthday, and forecast is looking about mid-80s and sunny. So ask me if I'm mad. The answer is no. I am not mad about that at all. Hope you guys have some awesome plans as well. If you're into winter sports like I am, a lot of incredible snow has been falling, so I imagine that a lot of people will be out skiing, but I will be enjoying the sunshine and the beach, which is a nice change of pace. Awesome. So huge news. I want to make a huge announcement, which I'm very excited about. But before I get to that, interesting piece of information that I learned from Marcus and Millichap. You guys know I've talked about them a lot on here. You can make an account for free, and they give really great data, and it's all tailored specifically towards commercial real estate, which is really nice because their reports and charts all compare everything to commercial real estate and really tie into how it affects it, right? So you don't have to do the additional step of taking a data set and then applying it to commercial real estate assets, markets. Their market analysis are all based on the commercial real estate side of things, right? Of course, a lot of things go into that, but in a lot of different sources, but they do a really great job of aggregating everything and putting it all in one place and making it easy to understand. So super grateful for that. You can get on their list. They send you everything. It's great. But interesting tidbit I learned, we just had midterm elections, and we have what's called a Gridlocked Congress, what they call Gridlocked Congress. Basically, so if you've been paying attention, I know not everyone pays attention politically. I pay enough attention, right? Like, I personally think it's important to at least have a good understanding of what's going on. It does affect us, especially now in business. It really affects me. So pay a lot of attention. So with this Gridlocked Congress, the House of Representatives is now by only a few seats, but still majority Republican, and the Senate is majority Democrat. So there you have a Gridlocked Congress, right? One owns one has control of the other. One has control of one has control of the other. So when this happens, typically no policy changes happen, which means that most likely, and this will all make sense here in a second, but most likely we're not seeing any policy changes for the next 2 years, which means when it comes to investing, a lot of the tax strategies and things that revolve around the current tax codes and current policy will be in place for the next 2 years. The biggest one that everyone's been talking about, and I've talked about it here on the podcast, is bonus depreciation. This is 2022 is the last year for 100% bonus depreciation. Starting next year in 2023, it goes to 80%. And the current policy in place is for it to drop in increments of 20%, decrease in increments of 20% until it hits zero, and there will be no more bonus depreciation, which means most likely we will not be able to vote again until bonus depreciation is down to 60%. So for those that are interested in investing now, literally right now, the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks max is when you need to dial in. So if you are interested, and you want to learn more, please book a call with me. You can schedule a call. You can go to CattaniCapitalGroup.com. Just email me directly, Jonathan@CattaniCapitalGroup.com. Shoot me an email. If you follow me on Instagram, or if Instagram's easier for you, you can follow me at Jonny Cattani. DM me. Let's see, what should we make the DM? Let's make the DM so I know exactly what you're looking for. Let's make the DM tax strategy. DM me tax strategy. That way I'll know what specifically you want to talk about, and we will schedule a call and we can chat about it and see if there's anything that makes sense for you. Now, this doesn't mean go out and invest in anything. I'm not a financial advisor, not a CPA, tax consultant, or a lawyer, right? So I got to preface that. Also, past performance does not guarantee future results. Have to put that there as well, right? So just because the Congress is gridlocked and what's happened before doesn't mean it's going to happen again, because I have another bit of information here. But DM me, we can talk about it, see if it works for your portfolio, see if there's something we can do to take advantage of that. If it doesn't make sense, that's okay. Next year, 80%, that's still incredible. Bonus depreciation is a huge, huge incentive available in commercial real estate in general, but commercial real estate, it's far more prevalent. With that, go listen to, I can't remember what the episode is. It's in the first 20 episodes. Jonah Weiss, he explains cost segregation and bonus depreciation. He's the cost segregation king. Now, cost segregation is the study you do in order to be able to take the bonus depreciation. All bonus depreciation is basically team of engineers comes in, does a cost segregation study, depreciates the asset. Land can be depreciated, but depreciates the asset and all the things that go into that study. And then bonus depreciation allows you in commercial real estate. Oh man, I'm blanking. I believe it's on a 29.5-year schedule. 29-year, might just be 29 years. 29-year schedule, and you're able to take all that depreciation and get it all up front. So what ends up happening as an investor is on your K1, there will be a section for depreciation. And what that does is that shows on your Schedule E, which is the tax form for passive income. Any passive income, passive capital gains, any loss, any pass down bonus depreciation shows as a loss against that. So what you have is you have people out there, these passive investors who have been doing this and setting their portfolios up where they're not paying any taxes. In fact, some people are getting money back despite not doing anything but investing in real estate, right? Getting money back. Now, I just shouldn't say not doing anything. They're obviously, very active and some even active passive investors, but that's the power that real estate has, and it's incredible. So something to keep an eye on, which is very, very important and is a huge reason why people are involved in real estate, is for the tax incentives. But another fascinating tidbit about this Gridlocked Congress is that typically we see higher returns during a Gridlocked Congress. So the next 2 years, I think, are going to be a little wishy-washy economically. So definitely something to keep an eye on. Like I said before, past performance doesn't guarantee future results. So by no means is that a blanket statement, but we're certainly trending that way. There's still really great deals out there, a lot of great deals getting done. I think more great deals are to come. I think this economic downturn is going to be market specific, meaning some markets are going to be hit harder than others. Now, do I think that all markets will experience some sort of either plateau, cooling period, flattening out, whatever you want to call it? Yes, I do think that every market will, and the degree definitely depends on a few factors. Certainly, a lot of these hockey stick rocket ship markets are going to experience the the downturn is going to appear more significant strictly because they went up so high. However, it's all relative, right? If you only gained, if you only gained 8% and then, if you gain 10% and then you drop 8%, that's a significant drop, right? But if you went up 27% and then dropped 12%, that sounds worse, right? But in reality, that's only a 50% compared to an 80%, right? So that's what I mean by that. So something to keep an eye on, market research and due diligence, especially operator due diligence, is crucial right now. So something to keep an eye on. And finally, for the huge news, even though that's not usually what you do right before you announce huge news, but we have completed the raise for the short-term rental portfolio. Now, I can't talk in too much detail because it hasn't officially come to a close yet, but can say that Cattani Capital Group, aka Jonny Cattani, aka me, by myself, and I am very proud of this because I pretty much did it by. Actually, that's not true. Shout out to my dad. Actually, was a huge help in this, despite his stubbornness. So I can't take all the credit, and I retract that. Cattani Capital Group, this is amazing because it is my dad, and although he doesn't work with me or for me, he did help. So it does still encompass what ultimately I want for Cattani Capital Group, which is to have family working here. We raised over 6 figures. Now, we did not hit our mark. We weren't close. Close is relative. I gave what I thought was a conservative amount, but was a stretch goal. So conservative in the sense of I know I have access to this much, but what you learn when you actually start raising capital and actually have a deal is just having access to capital does not guarantee that capital will be invested with you. So solid lesson there that I will never forget. However, we still raised over 6 figures, which is tremendous for our first raise. Shout out to Raise Masters. I've not announced this yet, so I'm going to announce it. Once everything's closed and I can talk about it, then I'll start making announcements and blasting it all over social media. So that's just a little teaser there, but very, very excited. Huge sigh of relief too, because I've been losing sleep over this. So very, very excited. And that is what I will end it on. I appreciate you guys listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, rate, review, all the great things. You can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Jonny Cattani. I'm very active on Instagram. Again, you can email me if you have more questions about economics, you have more questions about tax strategy. Feel free to email or DM me. Email jonathan@cattanicapitalgroup.com. Again, Instagram at Jonny Cattani, JonnyCattani. You can also just search passive income expert and I will pop right up, because that is what I am working toward, is the expert on passive income. And you notice I didn't say passive real estate income, because there are other very good ways to make passive income. So thank you guys so much for listening. I always appreciate it. You're amazing. Have a great weekend. And I am currently tanning in sunny Cancun, Mexico. See you guys next week. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching today's episode. I hope you really enjoyed it. Listen, I know it's cliche and you hear it all the time, but please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you know when the next video is coming out. Even though this is technically a daily podcast, you know it's coming out the next day. We have a ton of content coming your way. So please like and subscribe. It helps a ton. Leave comments. Would love to know what you guys think. And we will see you on the next one. Thanks so much.